All right. Well, obviously we thank you guys for telling our story. Today was a fun game to be a part of. We thank our fans for coming out with the energy and enthusiasm that they came out with. Our coaches did an amazing job preparing these guys all week. The players bought into the mindset of what we need to do, and we went out there and performed well. Of course, we have a lot of respect for Seattle and Coach Hazlitt and his staff and the players. I mean, a lot of really good players there. And we knew they wasn't going to just walk away, tuck their tail. They stayed in the fight, but we were able to stay in there a little bit longer. Proud of our players, extremely proud of them. We got the win, and it's a good day and a good win for us.
Coach, what do you have to say? You guys held them with the rushing yards, just dominated in every aspect of the game. What do you have to say? You're a champion. You can smile.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I was just telling the team. I sat in a defensive meeting on Thursday, and Greg, our defensive coordinator, had tasked our players to come up with tips and reminders for themselves. And as I heard them saying all the different things that they had watched on film against that team, I'm just hearing all this good stuff, and I'm like, man, this game is won. We've won that game on Thursday, all right, because of the preparation. So we're proud of them. Obviously, we don't take this lightly, winning the Northern Division, but I mean, the ultimate goal is to win it all. So we celebrate this. We'd be excited about it, but we're looking forward to the next opportunity.
Coach, you guys had that point in the fourth quarter. Abram and Jordan both go down. Now you got De'Eric and Cam Harrison there, who we talked about earlier this week. What was it like to show off your depth at the end of the game to know that it was next man up at the end?
Yeah, Von Hutchins, our director of player personnel. This guy got great recall. He's done a good job of building this team along with our coaches, and was really happy for Cam to be able to get out there and play a little bit. Obviously, with De'Eric and Jordan, these guys have been studs for us all year, and Abram. But I tell you what, man, our offensive line, those guys don't get enough credit, but all season they've been extremely physical. They created the running lanes. They've communicated things that they feel like would work. Russ, our offensive line coach, he's done an amazing job with those guys.
What do you think a season like this can do for building the XFL in this city for the long term?
Yeah, I mean, the goal is for us to last long term, all right? I think we all can see that it's necessary, right? All of these young men that's been on this platform this season, not just our team, but all the other teams. There's a lot of really good talent. So the league is necessary. These guys deserve an opportunity to play football in the States and not have to go overseas and play. So good product out there all year, just about every game, regardless of who the teams were. So yeah, I mean we're showing the fans that it is a good product, and the fans are showing that hey, they enjoy it and that it's necessary.
Jordan, what was the difference between the first and second half today? Because it seemed like you guys came out with a completely different attitude in the second half.
Yeah, we've all talked in the locker room, and we knew we were going to get the ball back. So a lot of our guys, stepped up as leaders and kind of spoke to our offense side of the ball. It's like, hey, we get the ball back, we're going to score, we're going to trust in the defense to get a stop, and we're going to keep scoring. And we knew there was a lot of confidence in the locker room going into the half. It was 0-0 for us. So I mean, we just knew we just had to go out there and dominate and stay on top of them.
Coach, two for both of you. First off, I know football is an emotional sport. You got to play for the man next to you. Just before we think about the next game, just what is this moment? If you could look to him and look like, what does this moment mean to have for y'all to be right here together? Like, what does he mean to you, Coach? And Coach, what do you mean to him?
Yeah, I mean Jordan, and he may not know this or not, but our offensive coordinator, when I was blessed to get this position as a head coach, the first position we thought about was quarterback, and it hadn't wavered. It was Jordan Tamu that I wanted, and Coach Keiss wanted, and we stayed after it. It worked itself out. We had to wait for him to. He was, still obligated in another league or whatever. So, but he's meant everything. Just his demeanor, his leadership. All right, the way that he's played all year, and I mean, the guy deserves to be in the NFL. Right, he is an NFL quarterback, and he deserves to be there. I would hate to lose him, but hey, we're all for these guys getting their opportunities.
What about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, from the off season, just hearing from Coach and Coach Keiss and them reaching out to me, felt good. I knew this was going to be a good opportunity for me to get back into the XFL, and you know, I've always wanted, you know, another shot, another opportunity to start somewhere, and you know, these coaches gave me that opportunity to come out here and compete and, you know, be the best player I can be, and I've enjoyed every second I've had since training camp to now. So I'm happy I, you know, trusted them and trusted God, and everything else lined up.
One more, Coach. You say what part? If somebody says, "What part of DC are you from?" What would you say now?
I'm from, man, I'm about to get schooled up on what part of DC I'm from. But I tell you, my geography is not the best. But how about you tell me back there, what part, so I can say I'm from?
All 8 wards.
All 8 wards.
All 8 wards?
wards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
No
what
wards.
part? All 8 wards. Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And then for Jordan, I know you just said it, a man of faith.
Yeah.
I think it's faith of a mustard seed, walk by faith, not by sight.
Right.
I could go on 4:13 Philippians.
Mm-hmm.
What Bible verse can you hang on and know that got you to this point right now?
Yeah, I'll say, you know, Philippians 4:13. That's my favorite verse. I even got it tatted right
Oh,
here.
wow, I didn't okay.
Yeah, so that just meant a lot to me. You know, I've always said that scripture before I take the field, before I take a series, and you know, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I'm gonna just go out there, trust my guys, trust the people next to me, trust in God, and everything flows right after that.
Congratulations, fellas.
And actually, we had a scripture for this week. We're always, right? Luke 5 was the scripture that we talked about with the team, with the 4 friends carrying the paralytic man because they heard that God was going to be in town. And we use it as an analogy, right? Putting in the work, having faith, being denied when they took them to the front door and they said, "There's too many people in here, you can't come." We said, hey, there's going to be times where we're going to get denied, but don't you know, tuck your tail. Take them around to the window, and if they tell you no there, take them up on the roof. And that's what his 4 friends did. They tore a hole in the roof. They lowered them before God. God told them to get up and walk through your hill. So we understand, right, that we are here for a reason, right? And God got us here, and obviously He gets the credit for allowing all of us to be in this place at this time and doing what we're doing.
Appreciate y'all.
Jordan, what was it like coming here and seeing that DC kind of had its own traditions already in its inaugural season of having not only the beer snake, but I guess the lemons, which are new, and kind of all the things that make the DC crowd DC?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a lot of different places, and like the way DC kind of grabs onto something like the lemons or, you know, the beer snake, it's just an amazing feeling just to see that atmosphere grow. And you know, it's just such a cool thing to see as a player, you know, as a fan, as a coach, anything. I feel like, you know, DC does a great job of, you know, just grabbing that and like running with it, and definitely got us hyped, and it's a great feeling.
What message do you guys have to
Last question,
Arlington?
What message do I what?
Do we have to Arlington?
I mean, the only message is, you know, congrats. I love Coach Bob Stoops. Like, I mean, being a coach and wanting to see a coach that has done it right consistently and been extremely successful. I mean, that is a guy you want to learn from, and definitely a guy that can flat out coach. So we say to them, congratulations for the success that they've had.
Many people do not know it, but they're the St. Louis team in 2020, their coaching staff. So I got the chance to be a part of them. They're a great team, and we're just excited to, you know, get back to work and, you know, win this whole thing.